Hello everyone, welcome to episode 3 of the Dead Internet series from Dr. Dead Internet, and we are coming back from where we left off on episode 2, and if you didn't watch it, I recommend you go back and actually watch that one before watching this. It will show the process of how I got here. And this episode, like I mentioned, is going to be in a bit more depth of the smaller details that don't really need to be mentioned, but they do help my case. Just help you understand how I got here to the Frowning Boy. If you did watch last week's episode, the last episode, just the last episode, you saw that we were going through these accounts. Now let's see. See, the comments are still gone, which is weird because all these comments are still here. This one never had comments in the first place, so that's fine. Maybe it did and it already got rid of them. But yeah, so this was, as you know, this was the first account that I stumbled across. The first thing that comes to mind in this front photo, just look for yourself. I mean, he hasn't got a necklace on here, you can clearly see, but this one, he's got a necklace on, but it disappears here. Goes over his shirt, but disappears. Okay, so I just want to clarify, in this video, we're going to be going through these photos, and we're going to be dissecting each one, and just pointing, at least trying to point out at least one thing that's weird. Okay, now when I say that's weird, I mean that's unlikely that that's a real photo. Let's clarify that. So when I say that's weird, I say that's improbable that would be in a real photo, but it is possible. You know, it's just weird. You know, it doesn't happen often. But I want you to keep in mind that this evidence is accumulative. So what that means is if every single photo has one thing weird, you know, that would add up to it being AI. That's the only way that I can describe it to the general population, right? Because to me, you know, I'm looking at this, and this is not a real person, and that's how I was so passionate about this. You know, I could just tell. But here on his T-shirt, I just noticed that the L, the horn on the left side of the L has a hole in it here. Doesn't seem to have that hole right there. Let's see if there's another better photo. There's a slight hole. This one you can. There's a tiny hole. All right, you can see that. I mean, maybe it's just closer up. I don't know. Maybe. Shadow here is weird. The shadow. Look at that shadow. Turn your brightness up right now and look at this. The shadow goes like over the arm here. Alright. Let's look at this photo. Let's try and find something in this photo. Oh, I just got a cramp. She's got 3 fingers. 1, 2, 3. Can't see a 4th, but that's so far away that could be nothing. I don't know what this green shit is here. And look at his hoodie, the hoodie hole. That would be so much more defined, but it's because you can't see the hole at all. I don't know. And there's a crease here that makes just looks weird. You know, looks weird. And also drawstrings, I found you have trouble with. A lot of the time, you'll see it like just draped on their shoulder. Weirdly, because they don't. Here's the thing about AI photo generation: it's lazy, right? When it doesn't, it looks for shortcuts. So it can save processing power to put more power into more prominent things, right? So it does find shortcuts. Drawstrings are usually what? They usually just hang it on the shoulder. But here you can see they are drooping down, but this one's like bent to the right. Well, that's weird. Okay. But then again, you could say, well, it looks like he's leaning to his right, so that would mean he's leaning to his right. So the drawstring's bending the other way, I guess. I don't know. But again, that's weird. We already... Did I touch on this? I think that was in the last episode. Okay. Okay, so this carton seems to have 2 lids. It has 2 lids. That might be something else. Looking at it, you could say that's the inlay for the carton, but you can see it sticks out of the carton nonetheless. So weird. This carton is replicated the front page, and the front page is also on the side. I find that weird. I don't know many cartons that do that, but sure, could be an American thing. And it also looks like the same exact style. Yeah, it's the exact same style of carton, but this left side is different from this left side. And the lid is white on this one. When it's orange on this, it's white, but it's got a pink top. Why wouldn't they do a pink lid? You know? Weird. And the Coke as well. Don't know. Not for me. And this, I think this is meant to be brass. Is that a brand? I don't know. I don't drink alcohol. But the logo looks like it's cut in half. No? Weird. You know? Anyway. Definitely weird. Who takes a photo like this? Pouring Coke into a bottle with a exaggerated... I don't know, like the drummer from Green Day. Is that what he's going for? I don't know. I know Americans are weird. But you're not that weird, come on. And look at like it pouring. I don't know. Very weird. His shoulder here looks weird, but that's fine, I guess. I don't know what they're playing. It looks like they're playing a game, but there's loads of just cups. This is Raoul Hagia, by the way, who we'll get onto in a sec. Drinking it weird. Pringles. This Pringles can is duplicated on both sides. We don't do that in England, but maybe you do that in America, and it's just like you have 2 Pringles. Like the front is on the back as well. I don't know, but to me, we don't do that. But you can clearly see that. You can see the Pringles man on the right side. Oh my god, look at her ears. One's got pink, one doesn't. What's going on? How can you explain that? And what's wrong with wow, the shadow looks weird. How can you explain that? It's turned around on itself? How? It looks like a fucking Alice band. It looks like an Alice band. How is it turned around on itself? And this one's sticking up, so... Right? And her collar as well, it's got like a black bit. I guess you could say that's hair. I don't know. And the waistcoat as well has gone like pitch black. One, 3, 4, 5. Weird hands, but right amount. 1, 2, 3. Only 3 fingers you can see visibly there. And she's got something weird's happening here. Okay, so that's the first post. How many that's weirds did you count? You know, one leg length less than this one by a large margin. Sitting weirdly on a rail. Right, that is not comfortable. But I don't think that would make that much of a leg length difference on the trousers. Thumb is doing that AI thing where it's like, it's hard to explain, but it's like bending outwards. That does actually happen in real photos though, so that's something that we need to sort of not dissect. I was looking at a photo of myself when I was a kid, and it's quite a blown up photo, but the thumb, it looks like a like it looks stubby. It looks real, like I know it's real because I was there, right? And it looks realish, but it does prove that okay, that can have that effect on real photos. So, you know, like stuff like that is not extreme enough to be like that is AI. His hand disappears here, which is weird. You know, you can say that. But yeah, if you're just looking at these, the background is weird, but viable. That's weird. Okay, so this chair has, you can see a bottom ring here, but no bottom ring on this side. But it has bottom rings on 3 out of the 4 sides, but it has a top ring on this side, and this side, and this side. It doesn't look like it. Oh, it has it this side as well, but it's a bit lower. This side's a bit lower as well. But look, you can see this side doesn't have a bottom ring. Weird. Weird. You know? Missouri. That Missouri sign looks weird. But you could argue they're driving. But after everything else we've seen, you know, the welcomes you, I just don't like. So this is what AI does when it's doing lettering. It's from the exact same. It's from the exact same like angle, right? It's from the exact same distance. Missouri's a bit bigger, I get that, but welcomes and you are the exact same distance and size, and you can clearly make out the well. Co is a bit harder, but MES is disheveled. And then you can see the Y. The O is like, and then the U is gone. There's no U there. And AI does that a lot. It like gives up on the text. Same here, Quincy, Illinois. Man, it just gives up on the exact. That's yellow. That's meant to be readable. Same with this, but this. Look at this. This is the exact same distance, but you can't read out what this is. Palmise. I don't like how he's sticking out his arm, but it's not. The phone isn't far enough away from him, and the collar's blended it. Looks like a collared shirt, and it's like blended in with the actual shirt. It's just pitch black. Weird. This I touched upon earlier, but the fireworks are perfectly lining up to cover the back wheels, and you can't see any remnants of any back wheel. But what you can see is on this trolley or shopping cart, whatever you want to call it, that it extends past the photo, right? So this is either a 6-wheel shopping cart or it's AI. Now I don't know if you have 6-wheel shopping carts in US, in Missouri. That's weird, right? And it's doing that same text thing where you can see this quite clearly. This is just gibberish. Alright. And this is weird. I'm actually going to zoom into this. Because again, with this AI stuff, you've always got to look into the background. Tell me why on this fucking guy's counter, that looks like something EM. That looks like something EM. Does that look like uranium? Like when I read this, I thought it was like chemicals, right? So like cesium, uranium. You can't work out what it is, but you can see mushroom clouds. Right? I don't know what this is. But keep in mind it's a fireworks shop, right? This has been duplicated. But yeah, Mushroom clouds. You can see like 2 fireworks here, maybe. And then it just goes to mushroom clouds. Maybe it's a joke, it's like a meme or something. You've got on the counter. Yeah, I think that's weird. He's got pictures of fireworks. I mean, there'd be no way to fucking know if this is real or fake. And then nature is pretty impossible again. Like the reflections are weird, but I can't tell. So this is this guy's account. I don't want to really do too much into this. But I knew this was AI, right? There's so many red flags. Enough. That's weird to know that this is AI. And then we go on to the comments. So we've already established that the comments have been deleted off this. Can you see who liked? I'm not even gonna bother. We'll just go back to the original page. Here it is. Rowls. So we'll go through some of his. This is framing to be the same photo. Some red flags already. I mean, this guy's sinking into the bed. Looks like the MF Doom mask. Notice some people are wearing the same costumes, which is pretty cool. But then, loaded diaper bloke is there, but the other bloke isn't. And look how he's holding the fucking drumsticks. Look at those drumsticks being held. Right? I don't know what the fuck is going on here. That's weird. Her mouth looks way wrong. I reckon if I zoomed into that, that would be pretty weird. You can see that from here though. And there's a picture with a dog with glasses. Sure. But very weird. This is weird. Look, it's like the teeth are molding. There's another hand here. So unless there's a person hidden behind these people, this looks like it's duplicated, right? It's like gone here and it's created second hand by accident. And she has fourth. Oh no, there's fifth finger. This is weird. Looks wrong. Security camera in a fucking. It looks like a dorm room. Quite a clear security camera as well. Okay. Look at this. Like the oh my god, he's got 1 foot. Look, the feet are molding into each other. Right? You're seeing that? This guy's foot's weird. Look at those feet. Alright? That's hard evidence. No shot that's real. Right. So I just need to show you that. And you can understand that this is probably not real. Right, so evidence like that, let's just go back to that. It's hard to explain, but why would you AI, right? If this is not solely AI, and if you don't see this and go, okay, this is probably AI, I'm like 80% sure, 85% sure this is AI. Look at that foot. If you really think that, then everything else has to be AI. Look how good everything else looks. Okay, just ignore the feet and look at everyone else. You would never know that's AI. This is what's scary. This is what makes me so passionate about this. Is you would never know. You would never know because just look at these people. Look at the headshots. You'd never know. And look down here. Feet molding into each other. don't know what's going on with this, like, I don't know what you call this, like jumpsuit, right? So then everything else, like, no matter how good it looks, there's the photo with the dog with the glasses, but that looks like it's different, right? Didn't look like that. But whatever. This I don't like because the shoulder's way up here, and then there's no remnants of the hand or the skin, right? The skin of this person should be here, but it's not. There's nothing there. It's just his hand. It's like looks like that Wednesday thing, the hand on our shoulder or something. I mean, we're seeing some completely new characters here, right? I haven't been in any of the photos, and if you're at a party, like you should be in every photo. But again, I don't see anything crazy. But just give it a second. You just have to like look. There will always be something wrong, as minimal as it is. But this looks like a very good photo. I don't like that the bed frame ends here, just so this guy can sit in it. But let's look at the bed again, because yeah, it does end like that. Well, that is weird, and that makes sense why he's got his legs up, but then this person's got his legs down, right? And if you look in this photo, yeah, she's covering it, but I do not believe that this just ends here. That's what they want us to believe. Look at that. So bad. That's a bad one. This video is interesting because you can kind of see the bottoms of his feet. It's dark, which doesn't help. But you don't really see the swing. When his shoe comes back, the swing's gone. And he jumps off really strangely. The swing like disappears. You can't even see the swing. Look, the first swing, you can see the brown rust, really brown, and then completely gone. So I think I'm done with this account, right? Like, this is just AI. You know, and this is Lord's High School. Here we go. Lord's Eagles. This is where I got Lord's from. And I was looking at these photos like, this looks weird, this looks weird. Yeah, these look fine. Where's his thumb though? There are weird things with all these photos, but I think I'm done with this account. Because I think you get the gist. These are AI accounts. Here's him working at Lord's Cafe. But it's like they've done like a musical theatre or something. But the idea around it is they work as a barista, but they've got some people here as music people. They've got some people here as working as an actual barista. And then you've got people behind the fucking theatre because, I mean, presumably this would be the backdrop, right? These little menu boards and the barista, this would be the backdrop. So why are people behind the fucking backdrop? And also, look, the chairs end here, and there's people like sat, I guess, right at the back. Sure. Just look at the comments as well. Just disgusting. So yeah, I think I'm done with this account and the depth into the Instagram. So as you see, Cafe Lords Eagles here. And then I can't remember what exact account, but there was a female. It might have been this one. No, I don't think so. There was a female's account that had LHS in her bio. MSU is connected to LHS, but we'll get onto that in a later video. So yeah, this was a bit of this was a bit of a boring one. No bombshells, no nukes, no nothing, but it's important. This is how I got to where I am today with what you saw at the beginning. It shows you, how developed that it is. This is AI, right? This one's the big one. So we've gone from this to this in 5 years. And look at the definition on their faces. They've worked on that. They've not really fixed the fingers. There's still some issues with the fingers. They're a lot better, It's more like the legs that they need to work on. The feet here. This is crazy, right? Look at this. And you'd never notice this. No one's looking at his feet. That's the problem. They know that no one's actually paying attention, so they can get away with putting this stuff up there. And again, I'm saying they, and I'll say this until I don't know who they is, okay? And I don't think we'll be able to find out who they is for a long time. There's a lot of tabs to go through until you guys are caught up with me. But yeah, I'm going to end this video here just so it's in little bite-sized pieces. The next episode will probably delve a bit into the website then, and the modern website. Maybe watch the modern video, this video, go a bit more into this maybe, and then we'll go back to the 2020 and compare. I don't know, but I hope you're enjoying this series so far as much as I am. I do appreciate your time. Have a good rest of your day.